am Lois.
And I'm EmJem. We've had our fair share of absolute disasters when it comes to the male species, love and relationships.
You name it, and one of us has probably experienced it. So if you want to hear about some hilarious sex stories,
Failed situationships with a dash of heated debate,
welcome to the Hoe Phase.
Ew.
Hi everybody!
Hello!
Welcome back. This is actually episode 6, technically, because we've got a V-Day special. What's going on?
What's going on?
I'm kind of better.
Yeah. I'm actually very glad we didn't do anything because I needed a day to just do jack.
Yeah, we had a day of doing nothing yesterday,
Yeah, it was
which
quite
was
nice.
so nice.
Yes.
I mean, we did have plans, but because of me being poorly, we had to cancel.
Yes,
So
yeah. We started watching a new TV programme, didn't we?
So we watched 2 things yesterday.
Oh, we did!
So, the first one we watched was Deadwater Fell on Netflix. And it's David Tennant and Cush Jumbo, who's in Stay Close by Harlan Coben, which you've not seen.
I've not seen it now.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's one of my favourites. Anyway, bit of a twist, isn't there? It gives you the whole runaround.
It does. I called it.
Emma called it in the first episode.
But what I will say is that it made you question everything that were going on.
Everything.
Very good. Only 4 episodes and not long either. They were like 40.
No.
I think the longest one was 45 minutes and that was the
Yeah.
last episode.
Yeah.
Every other one was half an hour.
God, second episode though, we were
Sobbing!
sobbing.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it.
No.
But yes, very good.
Highly
Would recommend. And then one day came up on Netflix.
The new Netflix series.
Yes, not the original film
Not
with
the
Anne
film.
Hathaway.
Yeah.
I've never seen the film, but you have.
Girl, when we finish this series, we are watching the film. Because I watched that film not knowing anything about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to.
I'm not spoiling it, but just be fucking prepared.
I mean, God, we've just watched episode 10.
Yeah.
I was nearly crying. And that was just like a conversation between the 2 main characters.
There's 4 more episodes to go.
Yeah, I'm scared.
The way that our friend put it is it's like normal people. But
And that
I also
ruined me.
don't think that she's watched One Day, so I don't think she knows what's about to happen either.
No, normal people ruined me in a way that I know I'm never going to experience a love like that ever.
But the thing I love about normal people is that it doesn't end happily. It doesn't end like it does in the films, and it ends how normal people would end their relationships.
Yeah.
It ends how normal people... that's why it's so brilliant. I was telling Lois the other day that I binged that in a 9-hour sitting from 9 p.m. till 6 a.m. I stayed up. I did a full all-nighter. Sobbing in my bed. I've not actually been able to watch it again.
Oh, I have. I watched it 3 times.
I can't. Anyway,
Anywho.
I have something to talk to you about.
Oh, go on.
So,
I'm ready.
have you seen Pookie on TikTok?
Yes, I have.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with them.
I hate it.
No, I love it.
I've seen
That
one
man-
video and I had to turn it off.
No. That man genuinely loves that woman.
That's great for them.
Oh no, I don't know, Lois. I watched one today, and she's wearing. She goes, outfit of the day. We're at New York Fashion Week, and he goes, yes, we are. And Pookie is looking ravenous. Look at her in this lilac dress, and she's there like howling at him, but she looks great, and I want my Bruno to tell me every day that I look fucking beautiful and incredible and amazing, and he loves the all black. Do you know what I mean?
Bruno came downstairs and went, look at Pookie, doesn't she look great? I'd punch him in the face. It's great that they're so in love, not discounting that. But the word Pookie gives me the ick.
I just wanted to talk to you about it because I saw it on TikTok earlier. I was like, I need to bring this up with Lois because I'm obsessed with them. And also, it's a very important day today.
Is it?
It's Super Sunday. Peace up. A-Town.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
I'm so excited to watch the halftime show.
I'm going to say something quite controversial.
More.
I'm not a big Usher fan.
Do you know what, though? Neither am I, but I'm still fucking buzzed about it.
Yeah.
Peace up, A-Town. That is literally my hype song at the moment. Like, I literally put it on when I'm about to do fucking
He's
deadlifts.
a great showman. It's time for Alexa Play Careless Whisper. Today's topic of Alexa Play Careless Whispering is breakup and makeup sex.
Ah, yes.
I've never had breakup sex. I've had makeup sex. Obviously,
I've
like
had
when
makeup sex.
you've had an argument.
Yeah.
Not in recent years, obviously, because I don't care enough to argue with any of my situationships.
Yeah.
Apart from toxic boy, we had makeup sex once.
I've had sex and then been broken up with.
Yes, I have also done. Oh my god, yeah, we both have.
Yeah.
Yours was with your. Oh my god, our first boyfriends.
Yeah.
Oh my trauma.
I've had a lot of makeup sex. Okay, right, so put it into this perspective then. If a friend of ours who had just broken up with their partner came over to our house and said, I've just seen Bruno just has sex. And we were like, hang on a minute, you broke up 3 days ago. What do you mean you just had sex? How would we feel about that?
Well, I'd call him an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you done that for? You're broken up.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to stay away.
Yeah. That's where a lot of people, I think, with break-up sex, it's like you get one last hurrah in and then it's like, bye-bye.
To be fair, like, I understand if you do it whilst you're breaking up, if that makes sense. So you've broken up and then immediately after you have sex and then you never see each other again.
Yeah.
That I can forgive.
Yeah.
But if you've broken up and then, you know, like a couple of weeks go by and then you're going round to their house to get your stuff that you've not picked up and you have sex, what's the point?
Yeah.
People who shag their exes in general, like, break up but then continue to sleep with each other.
Yeah.
What's
Why?
the reason?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
I think, trying to be devil's avocado, there's a lot of emotion, and if, like, you've broken up with somebody and, like, it's not necessarily happened on your terms, but like, right, well, I'm coming to get my stuff, and it's like, you broke up with me, but I didn't get a good seeing to the last time I saw you, so we're going to do that now, and then we'll never speak to each other ever again. I think if I was ever in that situation, I think I would prefer to do that, because then there's no point in going back to the ex. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people who break up with that, you are a prime example of this, actually. Yeah. When you break up with somebody, but it's not, like, fully closed off, so then you go back to them because you're missing out on something. You miss, like,
with toxic
you've
Kevin,
not you've not got that closure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hang on a minute. This didn't go the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I want to get my sweet piece before
sweet
pea. I want to get that sweet pea in my sweet pea. Get that sweet pea right over here so that I can get what I want out of this.
I don't do it anymore.
No.
But with toxic Kevin, yes. Because every time we'd, like, see each other, speak for a couple of days, and then it'd go out the window. And then I'd always want it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't do that anymore.
That's breakup sex. There you go. So you have had breakup sex.
I've had breakup sex many times with toxic Kevin.
There we go then. It is, like you say, when you're doing the breaking up and then it's like, oh, right, let's shag out all these emotions.
Yeah.
That's breakup sex. But then there's also the breakup sex when you, like, potentially go over and get the stuff. Like, the minute you go into that house, you know exactly what's happening.
My ex would not let me go over to his house to get my stuff. He brought it in the car and dropped it off at my house. And there was a reason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped off my stuff so we couldn't have sex because there was a reason we could not have sex.
Yeah. And then my ex broke up with me the day before he flew to a different country.
Yeah.
So there was no opportunity to have said breakup sex. But makeup sex, I fucking love makeup sex. When you've had a raging argument
I've never really had a raging argument.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yes, I know. Well, not that I can remember, but I feel like I've blocked out a lot of my first relationship because it was just traumatic.
Yeah.
And then I've never been in a situation, apart from with toxic Kevin, where I've had an argument with somebody that I was sleeping with, and if we had an argument, we disagreed about something, we just never saw each other again.
Yeah.
So, no, I've never really. But yeah, you and Bruno.
Having a raging argument, and then, like, you have the raging argument, you have the cry, and then you have the sex. Woo! It's great.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
Just what you need.
It's time for the listener stories.
Listener stories. Yeah.
I wish when I shook my tits, they'd make a noise. First story. It's very short.
Okay, go on.
And I have asked for more context. They just haven't given it me.
Okay.
Which is fine. It's from an Emily. And it says, here's about the time a guy added me on Instagram. And after talking, sent me a dick pic. And it was huge. So I went to London within a week of the picture. And had the best sex of my life. Came back home. And blocked him. Because I'd fallen in love with him.
You know what? I would also fall in love with a big
I've not
dick.
had sex so good since.
Oh my god.
And that is all I got.
I would also do that for a big
to
dick.
be fair. But right, deep in it. Imagine just getting a random dick pic and going, yeah, alright. I've never done that.
I can't say shit.
Have you?
Not from a dick pic, no. But like I've been talking to a guy and then, you know, gone down just for the sex.
Oh, you have! Oh my god, that is such a story.
I've had very good sex before. One was with Toxic Kevin. He's been brought up a lot today and I don't want to do that. But to this day, still the best sex of my life. Another person was friends with Benefits Kevin.
Yeah.
He had a really big dick for a small guy. He was a short
Now,
king.
this is something that I will say.
Yeah.
Short kings have bigger dicks.
Yeah, they do.
Enough ladies and gents and all those in between, enough of this tall men have big dicks. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I would say, out of all the people that I've slept with, the majority of them have been over 6'4", and the majority of them didn't have humongous penises.
Don't get me wrong, don't like a massive one.
Oh no,
but it's got
not
to
a huge schlong. Like
huge schlong. It's got to be. There's got to be some girth. I love a girthy one.
Do you?
I do. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know if it's because I've got a shallow vagina. So length doesn't matter.
Shallow vagina. How do you know that?
When I had my smear test, she put in the normal speculum, and then I was like, "This is uncomfortable." So then she put the smaller one in, and she was like, "Ah, that's better."
So when I had mine done, she had to put a bigger speculum in for me.
Oh,
Because she couldn't get to my pelvis.
Oh, maybe you have got a.
Maybe I've got a wide set vagina.
Maybe you've got a wide set deep vagina.
I've got
it's like a black hole.
Deep vagina.
Emma's got a black hole vagina, everybody.
Ladies, whilst we're on the topic of smear tests, if you're 25, get it booked. It's not that scary. It's not that bad. No, it's really not.
We both had the coil fitted even before we had our smear test, so having a smear test wasn't even that bad.
But also, definitely, please go.
Yeah.
Like, actually, please go.
Because then once you've had it done, which, by the way, it's all of 10 minutes.
Not even.
Yeah. You don't have to have one for another 5 years. 3 to 5 years, I think.
Yeah. As long as everything's clear.
Yeah.
Get your smear test booked.
Get your smear test booked.
There you go. That's your PSA. So, the next story is from a Bruno.
Oh.
And it's, again, very short. It was just in response to the story we put out about Valentine's Day stories. So we would never actually go out on Valentine's Day due to it being far too expensive. Agree. Last year, they had a busy day at uni. So I spent the day making cookies and homemade food. Went out to get their favourite chocolate, etc. And we had a romantic night in watching films. Now that sounds like the perfect Valentine's Day to me.
That is like the perfect evening in general.
Yeah. Valentine's Day is just another day.
It's just another day, and people like commercialise it because money.
Americans, that's why.
Yeah. The only thing I will commend them for is Halloween. Thank you for Halloween.
Yeah, we love Halloween in this house.
Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't said this in ages. I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Louis.
I forgot about that.
It was my Roman Empire for ages. Living in my head rent-free. Also, we had Aragog living rent-free in this house.
A couple of Harry Potter references in this episode.
Yeah.
This episode is carnage. Basically, we had an Aragog attack us.
Yeah, we will put it on the Instagram. Yeah. Because we had to take a video, otherwise no one would believe us.
It literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so Emma had just...
come back from the co-op.
Yes, she'd just come back from the co-op, and I was washing the pots, and then Emma went to put the washing away, and I just looked to the side of me, and there was this spider.
Aragog descending from the ceiling.
He was coming from the ceiling, did not know where he came from.
No.
I think he came from the electric box, because the electric box is above the kitchen door. So I think he came from there, because that's where, he was dangling from.
And we have 2 cats.
We have 2 cats. Did they do anything?
Nope.
No. Did they fuck?
Nope. Kevin tried.
Kevin played with it.
You're useless.
Kevin and Bruno, we had to throw treats at the spider for them to pay attention to it. I then had to cover it with a cup.
Which, well done you.
Yeah,
you don't like spiders.
Absolutely terrified of spiders. I can be in the same room as them.
Yeah.
But small ones.
This was fucking huge.
It was huge. And the legs. Ugh.
See, I'm all right with spiders.
You are, yeah.
But that
was
freaked
really
me.
big.
It freaked me. It was massive.
Yeah, so I put a cup over the spider in sheer panic.
And then I
had to go and open the door while Emma came out and put a piece of paper under it, and then went to the other side of the road, and I went, "Don't go near my car!" She was like, "Okay." Went to the other side of the road and just chucked the paper, was doing this with the glass. It was just complete and utter chaos. But it's now out of the house, and I feel a lot safer.
And we live to tell the tale.
We do.
There we go.
Thank you for listening.
Anyway.
Goodbye, Aragog. He wasn't a good spider.
He was a good spider. Aragog. Goodbye, Aragog. Don't forget the pincers. The next story, this is a long one.
Okay.
Buckle in, everybody. This story is pre-pandemic.
Okay.
It was July 2019. Freshly graduated and living with my best friends in our new house, living the dream. While I was at uni, I was a bit of a slag, and I had many one-night stands and 3 FWBs, friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits.
All of them were on the same rugby team.
I commend you, good soldier.
Doing the woman's work. I never slept with any of them at the same time, but I think they were all aware of the fact that I had slept with each of them. This becomes relevant later in the story.
Cool.
After graduating, we were in that weird limbo of still rehearsing for a show, so couldn't start full-time work, but also trying to pay for the rent of our house. I was working at the SU, whilst I was waiting to start my new big girl job in pensions. Yawn. Yeah, fair.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
One day after my shift, me and my housemates decided to go out at the SU.
Okay.
I had recently called things off with my latest friends with benefits. For purposes of the story, we will call him... We've got a rogue name here. Mm-hmm. We will call him Sam.
Oh, I don't like that.
I feel like it's because we've got multiple.
Okay, so if it's... We've got Kevin, Bruno...
And a Sam.
Sam for multiple people.
so I could focus on rehearsals for my showcase, and I simply didn't have time to be shagging into the early hours of the morning whilst rehearsing 8 a.m. till 10 p.m.
Fair enough.
Fair, babe. So this evening at the SU, I was having a wonderful time with my housemates, getting drunk and dancing. My longest standing friends with benefits, for purpose of the story, we will call him Kevin, had been on a mid-course gap year to Thailand and hadn't told me that he was returning.
Oh.
While me and my housemates are dancing with VK in hand, fucking VKs, who comes and taps me on the shoulder? None other than Kevin.
Oh, it's coming back for seconds.
I do a drunken squeal and he picks me up, spins me around and plants one on me. While Sam is standing in the corner with a face like thunder.
Oh my God.
Kevin and I go to the bar and he tells me how he's come back early and he wants to start things up again. At the time, I was very convinced that Kevin was the one that got away.
Oh my God.
So the fact he was here and asking me to be friends with benefits again.
Oh, why didn't he just say, can we just date?
I obviously agreed.
Silly girl.
We exchanged our new numbers and shared a long, passionate, drunken snog, and I went back to dancing with my housemates. Oh. So we
Did you go home with him?
No, apparently not.
What's like?
I receive a text from Kevin saying, come find me at the end of the night. Oh! And I tell my housemates, I won't be home tonight.
Oh!
The girls kindly remind me that we have rehearsals in the morning, so don't be too late home. It gets to 11 o'clock and my housemates are wanting to go home. I say, go ahead without me, I'll go find Kevin. The girls leave and say to keep them updated. Now, at this point, I'm very, very drunk, trying to find Kevin, texting him at the same time. He texts me back his address and says, I'm already home. Front door is open and I'm in bed, ready for you. So I start walking to his, texting my housemates, telling them about the situation. One of my housemates texts me saying, okay, babe, I love you, be safe, and see you in the morning. I text back saying, I love you, I won't be too late. Or so I thought.
Oh, God.
I had, in fact, text Kevin, not my housemate.
No!
I had just texted the guy I was on the way to, I love you. I panic and text him back so quickly saying, that was meant for my housemate, lol, orcs. He doesn't reply. I was literally at his door and it was locked. I rang him. No answer. I text again saying, I'm outside, Kevin. Let me in. He replies, I don't think this is a good idea if that's how you feel. I'm sorry.
What?
I was mortified. Ugh. I'm guessing because of how drunk she was.
We've all accidentally texted someone that you love him.
We're not done.
We're not done?
We're not done.
Good Lord.
I had just ruined the potential of having anything ever happen with this person who I thought was literally the man that got away.
Oh, God.
Luckily, his house was round the corner from ours, so I walked home. I told the girls and we had a good old laugh about it, and they said everything happens for a reason, and I couldn't agree more. I go to bed and I have text messages from Friends with Benefits, Sam.
Okay.
And the third and final Friends with Benefits. For purpose of the story, we will call him Bruno, who I had called things off with early January.
Okay.
I was very confused as to why they had both texted me after Sam seeing me with Kevin and having not spoken to Bruno since January. Well, turns out my nudes had been sent in to the rugby group chat.
Oh, fuck.
Again, I was mortified. Babe, so would I be.
That is... I'm speechless.
Could this evening have gotten any worse? I replied saying, what do you mean? Who sent them in? Bearing in mind, the only 3 people in that group chat who'd have received nudes from me were the Friends with Benefits. Both Sam and Bruno had said that they hadn't sent them.
Right.
But they had been deleted after about 5 minutes.
Right.
I obviously texted Kevin, but he had blocked my number. I couldn't believe it. I owned it in the moment and replied to both Sam and Bruno saying, "Oh well, at least I'm not a munter."
At least I'm not a munter.
That's really made me laugh.
Oh my
At least I'm not a
God.
munter. To which they both laughed and agreed with me.
I'm glad.
It's one of the most embarrassing evenings from my uni experience, and I still don't know who it was. I'm obviously convinced it was Kevin, as a sort of revenge porn kind of thing, but I'm not fussed. Good for you, babe. My attitude towards the whole situation was, it is what it is.
Slay.
It really doesn't bother me that half of the boys got to see my nudie booty and my tiny titties on their WhatsApp group.
Fair enough.
I'm now a retired hoe with a gorgeous boyfriend and definitely learnt my lesson. Friends with benefits are fun, and so are nudes, but maybe don't sleep with people from the same circle or send nudes.
Yeah.
Well,
She learned a lesson.
she learnt her lesson. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Wowzers.
That was a
She
lot.
handled that a lot better than I would have done.
Oh God, yeah. I would have been,
Sobbing.
digging myself a hole.
Yeah.
Crawling in.
But
burying.
in one evening, to go from...
Oh, it was absolutely
having-
Kevin.
Yeah.
For sure. Like,
What
she
an arsehole.
texted him accidentally saying, love you.
Mm.
He's like, not catching on that it was an accident, even
Yeah.
though she said, that was for my housemate, sorry. Like, for me, if, like, my friends with benefit text me saying, love you, I'd be like, okay, love you too, as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, just
Obviously,
joke it off.
obviously, it must have been there must have been something deeper going on here.
Like, whenever
Wow.
I've told somebody that I really, really like them and I want to date them, they've run away.
Yeah. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from that. 1, don't sleep with more than one person at the same time. 2, don't sleep with more than one person in the same circle. 3, don't send nudes.
Especially to rugby players.
And especially to people that aren't your significant other.
Yes.
We've had a couple of nude stories, haven't we?
Stop it.
Stop it
I
now!
feel like I'm your mum.
Be
telling
told
you
off by your
off.
parents. Take it away, Ernie. It's
Take
gonna
it
be a
away.
bumpy ride.
So this was in response to our Valentine's Day story post that we put on Instagram. So it all started when I was seeing this boy and had been in a relationship with him for the last 4 months prior.
Right.
He was my first proper relationship, and I was very excited to experience a proper Valentine's Day with the whole lovey-dovey scenario, you know, flowers, chocolates, etc.
Lovely.
Anyway, so it's Valentine's Day and I've woken up next to my boyfriend. He's come and met my parents and we've stopped at my parents for the weekend, and I'm thinking nothing of it. My mum had arranged to make a nice meal for her and my dad, my boyfriend and myself. So we've had our meal and me and my boyfriend have gone back upstairs, and I'm looking at him thinking to myself, yeah, this is about to happen. So not to get TMI, but when I tell you this was the best sex, it lasted around 2 hours.
No, what?
And
What? What?
Yeah, I was in 14 positions. I didn't even know there were 14 positions, but I can confirm there most definitely is.
Bloody
And
hell.
it was genuinely something I will never forget about. My
Wow.
Roman Empire.
Well, 14 positions. It's giving Kama Sutra.
It actually is.
Well, there you go. I fully watched my face back and it's saying, I was about to say, proposal. It's going to be proposed to.
I do have another one. He lost his virginity to a girl at 14, realised it wasn't for him, and now he's gay.
Oh, fair.
It was a very short story.
Fair.
What a slay. Anyway, my ex-boyfriend, we'll call him Kevin, and I met when I was 18, he was 21. A bad boy, you could say. We've all been down bad for an older bad boy. But I, like any young entrepreneur, thought I could invest and change him.
Ugh.
Yeah. The first few months of our relationship were great, but moved very fast. I had a flat, and he moved in within a few weeks.
Oh, at 18.
At 18.
Right.
Bloody hell. which upon reflection was potentially a red flag, but I was enjoying the ride.
Do you know what, fair?
Yeah. During our relationship, I had found out that he was in thousands of pounds of debt and he had got really in and over his head with things. So I helped him sort things out and he started clearing himself up. I paid a few small debts off just to help him out. This is relevant later on.
Right.
But ultimately, nothing too major to worry about. We made it to 9 months, which to me was a lot back then. And then the sex stopped.
Oh.
11 weeks passed. No sex.
Ooh.
So in the end...
Wait, hang on. 9 months and then we're 11 weeks after the 9 months and we're not having sex anymore?
Yeah.
Ooh. I would have been questioning that.
Yeah.
A lot sooner than 11 weeks in.
Yeah. So in the end, I left him and thought that was that. But really, he was my first love. So I couldn't get over him, so I let him back after a few months.
Oh dear.
Then we had a very on-off relationship for the next 2 years.
Bloody hell.
5 breakups.
Fucking hell.
I now know that's the definition of insanity. This is what you say to me.
Doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
It's insanity.
Yes.
One of our get-back-togethers only lasted a total of 17 days. I should have known.
17 days, wow.
The final episode is where the real drama is. This time we had been back together for a few months. He was really making an effort, giving it the "I'm going to marry you one day." And one day he decided he needed a new car. So off we went shopping and he found one that he loved but didn't have the money for at the time.
So did you pay for it?
Like a fool in love, I bought him the car.
Idiot.
In cash.
Oh, you idiot! Oh.
2 weeks later, he left me and hasn't paid me a penny back for it.
Of course he hasn't.
And took the car with him.
Of course he did.
Yep.
Idiot.
To really add salt to the wound, he always told me he was gay and that he's not into girls at all.
Oh, no.
However, since our last breakup, he's had a few relationships with girls. So not only did I buy him a car, I also made him straight.
Oh dear.
Darling.
Oh babe. He was older than you, so he should have known better. He's fully just taken advantage of you and technically groomed you. You're not the sugar daddy. Hey, my darling. My love.
My love.
You're the one that's being fucking used and abused. Men are trash.
Men are trash.
And on that note, that was the listener stories.
Thank you for sending
those.
those
Thank you so
in.
much for those. They were dramatic.
They were dramatic.
Keep them coming. On to our housemate stories. Now, Lois, take it away, Ernie.
Take it away, Ernie. I matched with this guy on Tinder. We were texting for about 3 days, and he said, you know, do you want to come over to mine on Tuesday? Like the little hoe I was, I was like, hell yeah, I do. I parked in a car park across the road.
Right.
We go upstairs together. The flats stink.
Oh.
I can't remember what they stunk of, but I just remember distinctly thinking, this smells horrendous in this flat. Not in his flat particularly, but in the building.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is a bad idea. We get to touching. We go to his bedroom. I am performing the act of sucking dick. Again. He tells me he is about 2. So I release from him. And, you know, my
Release from him?
I don't want it in my mouth at this point. You know, I didn't realise that it was less messy.
Yeah.
So I'm going, you know, with my hand. I don't want to do the motion. It makes me feel ill.
Look.
And he ejaculates. He ejaculates.
All that.
And it goes in my eye. Straight in my eye.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So I go to wash my eye out, right? But I've got fake lashes on and I'm not taking them off because, I'm meeting this boy for the first time. I've got to make an impression. I clean myself up. I'm fine. My eye's a little bit red. Looks like I've got hay fever. It's January. Obviously haven't. We then go to Aldi across the road.
Right.
I move my car from the car park I was in to the Aldi car park.
Right.
We go into Aldi, get some food, go back to his flat, make the food, eat the food, shag.
Perform the act.
Perform the act. I then left. I drive home. I then tell him I don't want to see him again.
Savage.
I'm not one to mess about. And I don't ghost.
Yeah.
So I just plain straight up said, I don't really want to see you again. He wanted me to go over the next day and I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. I don't want to see you again. And he was like, oh, right, okay. Blocked me on everything. I was like, he didn't take the rejection well. So a couple of weeks pass. Again, I get a letter through the door.
Oh, no.
I've got a £60 parking ticket from Aldi. And this is why men now come to me.
Yes.
If I'd have left it in the other car park, I would have been fine. I wouldn't have got a parking fine. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. EmJem,
Yes.
please can you divulge
Yes.
in your story about the hickey from Mickey?
The hickey from Mickey. Now, I don't mind using the name. It's because it's hilarious. The fact that this boy was called Mickey. And he gave me to this date, the biggest hickey I've ever had in my life.
Oh my God.
So, I had known this boy pretty much the entire time that I'd been at uni. We're out on a night out. It's a Wednesday, so it's a wishy. And I'm not working it for a change. So I'm out with my girls. And I see my friend Mickey across the dance floor. And I'm like, Mickey! Have a really, great time with him. He's battered. This boy couldn't see. Couldn't stand. Couldn't do anything. But what does he do? He plants his face onto mine. And I'm relatively drunk at this point as well. And I go, do you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I've got needs that need attending to. So, I go home with him. To put it politely, it's probably one of the worst sex experiences I've had. It was not good in any way, shape or form. I don't know if it was the alcohol. I don't know if it was the nerves. What I do know is that man was attached to my neck. Now, it's a Wednesday. So, the next morning was obviously Thursday.
Really? Oh my God, did not know that.
And on Thursdays at 8 a.m, had a particular dance class that meant that you needed to look presentable.
Oh.
I wake up still at Mickey's house.
At what time?
I think I woke up at about 6. Because I, subconsciously was like, I need to sort my shit out. So, I wake up, I turn over, I'm like, Mickey, I've got to go. And Mickey's like, oh, no, stay. I'm like, no, I need to go and speak to Emily upstairs, and then I need to go. It was really nice seeing you. Okay, bye. Whispering, bye, see you later. Run upstairs to Emily's room, and I go, how bad is it? She looks at me, and she's like, what the fuck has he done to you? When I tell you, this hickey on my neck, can't remember which side it was, but it was about this big. It took up the entirety of my neck.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the fuck has he done to me? And I turned to her and I went, I've got ballet in an hour and a half. And I ain't got time to go home. I'm texting my housemate. His name was, we'll call him Bruno. Bruno, this is an emergency. I need you to bring my makeup, my turtleneck, leotard, my hairbrush, my hairspray, anything that you can do to make this look better. And he texted me back. He was like, nothing's going to make that look better, Emma. It was honestly the worst thing. I turn up to 8 a.m. ballet. And my ballet teacher looks at me and she goes, oh, Emma, really? And I'm like, in front of all of my like classmates, and I'm there like,
It's not like you can even blame that on a hair curl,
yeah,
is it?
I already had such a bad, not such a bad reputation, but I had the rep of being a hoe. Which was, I mean, I owned it. It wasn't a problem, but it was like, yeah, wasn't good. I go round to my friend's house, and I'm like, please help. She gets a toothbrush. She gets a toothpaste. Slaps it on my neck, and we are scrubbing.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Does it?
It fucking hurts. Because they're bad. They're really, really fucking bad for you. They're not good.
Are they not?
No.
What do they do?
They're burst blood vessels.
Are they?
They are not good, no. They're bruises, Lois.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're bad. It was fucking huge. And I think it took maybe about a week for it to go. I had some horrible hickeys in my time at uni, but that was by far the worst one.
Yeah.
And we didn't speak again.
I'm not surprised. I wouldn't speak
Mickey,
to him.
who gave me the hickey, I never spoke to him again. I don't mind them on my boobs.
Yeah.
They're all right on the boobs.
I've had a couple, like, on my neck when I was first dating my ex,
Yeah.
and I went into work and I didn't realise I had one, and then someone was like, what's that on your neck? And I was like, why, what's on my neck? And it was like it was really small, but it was noticeable.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't realise it was there.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was my hair color. My hair was straight.
Yeah. I've not had one on my neck in a very, very long time.
You ever had one on your inner thigh?
Yeah. Have you had them on your bum before?
No.
They fucking hurt. Moral of the story is, if a man is going for your neck, not just man, woman, person, going for your neck, swat him away. Go, no. That's what I literally do. I'm like, no, get away from my neck. Anywhere but. The next part is our questions to the listener.
Question to the listener.
So, our first question is, would you rather receive just a card? Let's take birthdays, for example.
Okay.
Would you rather just receive a card and no present from your significant other, or a present with no card?
I prefer a card, no present.
Same.
I feel like cards holds more of a sentimental value,
Agreed.
especially if you're struggling for money. A card shows that you remembered and you care. A present's a present to me.
Yeah.
I am not a big gift person. Don't get me wrong, I like receiving gifts. I think they're lovely. But if you were to just say to me, I don't have a lot of money, I just got you a card, I'd be like, you remembered my birthday. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm
For
the
me.
same. I get actually really upset when
You don't get a card.
Yeah. I make such a point of getting cards because cards mean a lot to me, so therefore I want to put the effort in with like my friends, my family, and like especially my partners and stuff. Like
Yeah.
if my Bruno forgets to get me a card, I kick off about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can get me a present any fucking day of the week if you wanted to. But a card, there's more behind that. It's more sentimental, and I think it's more effort because you have to take the time to write the card. Do you know what I mean?
My dad sells cards.
He
So
does?
I have been brought up to always gift cards.
I mean, same, but my dad doesn't sell cards.
No, I know. But you know how like some
Yeah.
people are like, oh, a present matters more than a card.
Yeah.
It's the would you rather.
That's the would you rather. And then we put a poll out about how would we feel if we had a guest Bruno. Now, it was fucking unanimous. It was 100% yes.
I'm so excited.
So we don't know when, but we will be putting out a little question box for questions to ask this Bruno.
Yeah.
What we're saying is it's what from the male perspective. If a girl does this, is it an ick? Is it an out? Is it an in? Is it a I'm a wifing her? Is it a I'm a shagging her? Just the one time. We're going to get the answers so that you don't have to. And that's that.
Short and sweet.
That's this week's podcast. You've been lucky. You've had us twice this week.
I know, you have.
My Bruno doesn't
little-
even get me twice a week. You're lucky.
Such a lie.
Anyway, You know the drill by now. Go and follow us on the socials. The handles are... I'm going to get them right.
Go on.
the.hoephasepodcast for TikTok and Instagram. The Hoe Phase Pod for Twitter. And podcast.thehoephase@gmail.com for email.
Oh my God, I'm
taken-
so proud of you.
It's only taken me 6 weeks.
I'm so proud.
Yeah, so send in your questions, send in your emails, send in your stories.
Honestly, keep sending in the stories.
They don't have to be juicy. They can just be
just
like little
anything.
anecdotes, you know.
Embarrassing relationship stories.
Yes. Embarrassing, loving, heartbreaking, lesson learning stories.
Every lesson is a blessing.
Yes. Don't forget to slay the day away.
And try not to cry.
Dream big. Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars.
Climb every mountain.
I hope you had sex on Wednesday.
Yeah, me too. Happy Galentine's.
Is Lent been and gone?
No, Lent starts on Wednesday.
Happy Lent. I'm not giving up anything.
Neither am I. Don't forget to be a silly goose every
She
now
isn't
and then.
for the streets. She's for the pond. 'Cause
She's a silly goose. Have some good time, squeaky squeaky, performing the act. And if you want a sugar baby, go get it.
I can't.
So you can get sucked like a koikia. Right! Goodbye!
Goodbye, everybody.
Love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, ex-hoes.
Love you, ex-hoes.
Bye.
Love you. Goodbye.